Don't tell everyone everything that's happening in your life. Your plans, your problems, the money you're saving, what you intend to do next. Not even every battle you're fighting. Because there is a truth many people only learn after they regret speaking. As long as certain things remain silent, they remain under your control. But the moment you reveal them, they also become exposed to other people's opinions and intentions. There is an old saying that captures this almost brutally. A man is master of what he keeps silent and slave to what he says. The Stoics understood that knowing when to remain silent is not weakness. It is self-mastery. You don't need to reveal every plan, answer every provocation, explain every decision, or turn every emotion into words. Some things become stronger when no one knows they are happening. And today, you'll discover 6 rules of silence that can change the way you protect your peace, because you may be telling others exactly what you should be protecting. Rule 1. Don't announce what you are still building. A seed doesn't announce that it is growing. For weeks, everything happens beneath the soil. No one sees the roots forming, and no one applauds its progress. Yet it continues to grow. Do the same with certain plans. There is a difference between seeking good advice and feeling the need to announce what you intend to do. When you reveal a project too early, you open the door to opinions you never asked for. Someone says it's too risky. Someone else reminds you of a person who failed. Another person laughs, and suddenly you start defending something you haven't even had time to strengthen. Epictetus taught us to focus our attention on what is within our control. Your effort is yours. Your discipline is yours. Other people's reactions are not. So talk less about the discipline you're going to have. Be disciplined. Talk less about the change you're going to make. Change. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself not to waste any more time arguing about what a good person should be, but simply to be one. Bring that principle into your own life. Let the roots grow before you show the tree. Not everything you are building needs witnesses. Results speak a language no promise can imitate. Rule 2. Don't turn your life into a search for approval. Maybe you reveal your plans because you want to hear, "You can do it, that's a great idea, I'm proud of you." This is where silence becomes difficult, because staying quiet also means continuing when no one validates your path. If you need other people's approval to begin, you may end up giving those same people the power to make you stop. One criticism shakes your confidence. One doubtful expression changes your decision. And the opinion of someone who has never lived what you are trying to build remains inside your mind. A Stoic does not reject advice. A Stoic learns to distinguish advice from approval. Seek wisdom when you need it. Listen to people worthy of your trust. But don't turn your life into a vote. Not everyone needs to understand the path you chose. Some decisions need reflection, not an audience. Rule 3. Don't give your wounds to just anyone. Not everyone who asks how you're doing needs to know everything that exists inside you. This does not mean suppressing your pain. Asking for help is not weakness. Speaking with someone wise or seeking guidance may be exactly the right decision. The problem is giving away your inner life without discernment. Seneca deeply valued friendship, but genuine trust has to be built. Think of your inner world as a house. Some people enter and leave peace behind. Others leave confusion. And some learn about your vulnerabilities today, only to use them against you tomorrow. Choose carefully who gets access to your pain, your conflicts, and your fears. Closeness does not mean unlimited access. Privacy is not coldness. Sometimes it is wisdom. But there is something even harder than keeping your problems private. Holding back a response when every emotion inside you is telling you to speak. We'll return to that, because this is where silence stops being mere prudence and becomes true self-mastery. If these teachings are helping you take better care of your inner peace, subscribe to Stoic Spring. By making reflection on these ideas a habit, you strengthen your peace, develop self-control, and grow in maturity. Rule 4. Don't use your achievements to feed your ego. You accomplish something, and almost immediately you feel the urge to tell people, post about it, or show it to someone who doubted you. At that moment, ask yourself one question. If no one knew about this achievement, would it still have value? When your satisfaction depends on being seen, you begin living for an invisible audience. You work thinking about who will be impressed. You achieve things thinking about who might envy you. And slowly you stop living according to your values and begin living according to other people's eyes. Stoicism invites us to seek value in character, not applause. That doesn't mean hiding every victory. Enjoy your achievements and share them with the people who truly matter. But don't turn every step forward into an attempt to prove your worth. What is truly yours does not need anyone else's admiration to have value. Rule 5. Don't explain your choices to people who don't want to understand them. One of the quietest forms of slavery is feeling that you must justify every decision you make. Why did you change? Why did you walk away? Why did you say no? Why did you decide to start over? You explain. They question you, you explain again, they still disagree. And without realizing it, you begin asking for permission to live a decision that was yours to make. Of course, there are relationships and responsibilities where explanations are necessary. Prudence is not arrogance, but not every provocation deserves a defense. Not every accusation deserves a speech. Not everyone who misunderstands you needs to know your reasons. Sometimes maturity means allowing someone to think whatever they want and continuing in peace. You cannot control the version of you that exists inside another person's mind. But you can control how much of your peace you are willing to spend trying to change it. And if these teachings have already become part of your journey and you want to be even closer to Stoic Spring, we also have our members club. Besides directly supporting this work, you help this community continue bringing inner peace, discipline, and maturity to more people. Rule 6. Never give your tongue to anger. Perhaps this is the hardest form of silence. It is easy to remain quiet when you are calm. The real test comes when someone provokes you, disrespects you, or touches the exact wound they know will hurt. In that moment, your mind prepares a response. You want to hurt because you were hurt. You want to say the perfect sentence that will make the other person regret what they did. And that is precisely where discipline begins. A word spoken in anger may spend 5 seconds in your mouth and 5 years in someone else's memory. You can apologize afterward. You can explain that you were angry, but you cannot take back a word once you have released it. Marcus Aurelius lived with conflict and difficult people. His challenge was not controlling what others said. It was refusing to let their behavior decide his own character. When someone can make you lose control with just a few words, that person has found a button inside you. They provoke you. You explode. At that moment, who is really in control? Silence breaks that power. Not because you are afraid to respond, but because you do not have to obey every impulse that appears inside you. Breathe. Wait. Observe the anger without giving it your tongue. Maybe later you need to speak, set a boundary, or defend yourself. But do it when you are governing your words, not when your words are governing you. Because winning an argument while losing control of yourself is a victory that costs far too much. Now return to the saying from the beginning. A man is master of what he keeps silent and slave to what he says. Silence is not simply keeping your mouth shut. It is knowing what deserves to be revealed and what needs to be protected. It is refusing to hand your plans over to everyone's opinions. It is choosing who gets to know your wounds. It is not depending on applause. And above all, it is choosing your words when your emotions want to choose them for you. The Stoics sought inner freedom. And there is no inner freedom without self-mastery. Before telling someone something, ask yourself, does this really need to be said? Before responding, does it need to be said now? Before revealing something personal, has this person earned the right to know this part of me? Starting today, try building something in silence. Don't announce it. Don't look for applause. Don't try to prove anything. Just work. And when the time is right, let the results speak for you. If you've made it this far, write in the comments, I choose silence. Let those words be your commitment to think before you speak and to protect your peace more carefully. And subscribe to Stoic Spring. Making these teachings a habit can help you protect your inner peace, strengthen your self-control, and grow in maturity, because some of the greatest changes in your life will begin the day you stop announcing them and start quietly living them.